And we're back, folks. Sorry about that. Okay, so he got quad attacker down. That's unlucky, but at the same time, it's not as bad as it could be. He has a tackle zone on the ball. And now we're going to see a bunch of rats flood into the backfield and try to get this ball. I wish my thing would always go away whenever I started a new movie, but there you have it. This is why I don't like putting strength 2 guys on the line, because they just fail. Like, why do you have this guy over here? He doesn't seem to be doing much. Failed, go for it. Yep. Okay, so he got greedy. He could have just put a tackle zone on the ball, but that wasn't good enough for him. It was a wasted reroll. Ball is out here. However, he's still in a pretty good position. Having a gutter runner, 2 gutter runners this far into your opponent's backfield, and they don't have control of the ball. This is a very dangerous situation for the Wood Elves at this point. He didn't lose faith in his War Dancer here. As you can see, he is still coming back with a vengeance, we'll say. Okay, so the Wood Elf player has now used his last reroll. What you're probably going to see is him build some kind of screen over here and run this catcher out into the backfield. Running a catcher into the backfield is not necessarily there just to make a score happen, but what the Skaven player will have to do is he'll have to spend at least 2 bodies to run back there and cover this Wood Elf. He's only worth 90,000, and even if it's just 2 line rats, it gives you a man advantage somewhere else for a strength 2 character that is also only worth 90,000, and they'd be worth 100. So these are the kind of things you have to look for. Hell, you could even send this guy up instead. Because, like, alignment, like, he's not as good at catching stuff, but at the same time, he's a possible scoring threat, and you have to... Yeah, see, that's what he did. He's going to have to put rats on him now to make sure he doesn't go for the score. Alright, now what we have here is a 3-point cage. The Wood Elf player figured he didn't have enough players to build a proper 4-point cage, and so he went with a 3-point. The 3-point, obviously, is not as strong as the 4-point cage, but the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to have 2 sides of the cage wherever you think the attack is going to come from mostly, and then you have one on the tail. So you get kind of this tuning fork kind of look. The way this is supposed to work, it helps a lot if the guy in the back has guard. But basically what it forces him to do is you're only ever going to get a 1-die block against him, and also you're not going to be able to get an assist. I was going to say something else that was important. Oh, it also takes 2 players. So you see he's... Like, if you wanted to blitz this player, for instance, he would have to have somebody come in to cancel all these tackle zones, and then he'd have to have somebody else run in and hit this guy. And if this player was a guard player, he would be at -2 block die, no matter how many people he stacked around him. So if you can't build a complete 4-point cage and you don't think a screen will hold up, this is the best possible build you can get. Here comes the blitz, however. I wish I could see what the log would tell me. He had to re-roll that. Skaven players out of re-rolls and did not get the desired effect. Okay, whenever you try to trap a player like this, don't have it set up to where the player can easily block and crowd push his ball handler out. There's a turnover. So, for instance, with this, what you're going to see is you're going to see this War Dancer hit this Gutter Runner, push this ball handler to here. Then you can see this guy blitz up here, push this Gutter Runner into the position where the ball handler will be, and then the ball handler will be out here without any tackle zones on him. So these you have to worry about not just chain pushes like when it's your turn, but you need to worry about what you're setting up for your opponent too. And this is a minor mistake. Whenever you try to trap somebody, try to get him on the corners. So for instance, if I had a guy here, a guy here, and a guy here, you're not really looking to push him anywhere except in between two other players. So you're not going to get him out just by pushing. So here comes the pushes. Maybe. We can't tell. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and even if that wasn't a knockover, this blitz right here, like he could have come and hit right here, and that would have also pushed him out. So, I mean, he wasted like 5 rats trying to block in this thrower, but the thrower is not going to be, like, he's not even going to have to make a dodge roll to get away. This is a great play. So what you should see as well, this catcher should probably run up here to assist this guy, and then this guy will push down this rat. What? Why didn't he blitz with this lineman? Why would you move him here? Okay, I think that's a mistake. Because if he had blitzed here, and pushed the rat and pushed his guy, and then moved over here, yeah, that wouldn't have happened. Okay. I don't know where he was expecting to blitz either, because all he had was catchers. I guess he just didn't see that. Anyway, okay, so when you put tackle zones on a ball, try not to have other players touching the player that you have on the tackle zones, or on the ball. For instance, if this Wood Elf player were so inclined, he could bring 2 players up to assist this guy, and then the catcher pushes him away. Like, he didn't even have to waste his blitz on it. And I will continue explaining in our next video.